Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Allie. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a bunch of different healthy breakfast recipe ideas. I actually filmed something very similar to this and I checked my YouTube channel yesterday to see how long ago I filmed it. It was 4 years ago, so it is definitely time for an update. I am so proud of how all of these recipes came out. They are so flipping delicious, and I really hope that you guys enjoy as well. If you have any other healthy breakfast recipes that you would like to share, please put them in the comments. I know I would like to read upon them, and I'm sure people watching this video would like to read upon them as well. If you have any other questions or concerns after watching this video, just ask them in the comments below and I will try very hard to get back to you as soon as possible. And without further ado, let's just get on into the video. The first idea of this video is to make healthy muffins. I did not realize how many healthy muffin recipes there are out there on the internet until I had our son Landon and I started making him healthier muffins for breakfast. Today I'm making some healthy blueberry muffins. I got the recipe from a blog, Cooking Kate, which I will link in the description below. Probably one of my favorite food blogs out there. Highly recommend you check it out. Essentially, to make your muffins healthier, you're going to be doing a lot of substitutions. So instead of using white flour, you're using wheat flour. Instead of using sugar, you're using either maple syrup or honey. Instead of using butter, you're using olive oil or coconut oil. The list goes on and on. If you are personally not into blueberry muffins, just Google search healthy muffin recipes. There's a plethora of different ideas out there, from blueberry muffins to banana nut muffins to mixed berry muffins to hidden veggie muffins. I actually make Landon spinach muffins from time to time and he loves them, and it's a great way to get some extra nutrients and extra veggies into his system. These, however, are probably my top 3 favorite healthy muffins out there. So I will again link that recipe in the description below. So good. And fun fact, you can freeze these for I believe up to 3 months, which is really nice. We just throw all the rest of them that we are not eating for the week into the freezer and then we take them out as we want. Smoothie bowl time. I make these a minimum of 5 times throughout the week for either breakfast or lunch. Every time I post a picture or a video on my Instagram of my smoothie bowl, I get so many messages asking to share the recipe, so here it is. When it comes to making smoothie bowls, I actually don't measure anything. I pretty much just eyeball everything. What it all boils down to for me is almond milk, a frozen banana, frozen fruit. Today I'm using some mixed berries. That is pretty much the fruit of my choice. I typically always use mixed berries. Then I'll add in a scoop of low sugar vanilla Greek yogurt. I'll throw in a scoop of peanut butter and then I will top it with some chia seeds. Then I blend it all up. Now comes the fun part, adding on your toppings. The possibilities are endless. I'm actually kind of like a plain Jane gal when it comes to toppings. I usually always do some granola, I'll add some sliced almonds, and then, because you have to have fun in life, guys, I usually always take one of the Trader Joe's mini dark chocolate peanut butter cups, cut it up, and place it right down the center. And it just takes your smoothie bowl to the next level. Trust me on that one. Smoothie bowls are as beautiful to look at as they are delicious to eat. Like I said, I make these a minimum of 5 times a week, and all the feels, guys. All of the feels. This next recipe was passed down to me from my mother, which I believe was passed down to her from my grandmother. So not only is this recipe very special to me, it has been through decades. This recipe is also very interchangeable, meaning you add to it whatever you want. I change mine up weekly depending on what vegetables we have left over. Today I decided to use some garlic, some spinach, and some zucchini. If I could make one suggestion, it would be to add garlic into your cheesy egg bake. If you're into garlic, I'm very much into garlic, and this is the first time I added it in, and oh my God, I will never, ever make one of these without using garlic again. Once your veggies are done cooking, place them into a bowl and allow them to cool while you're cracking open all of your eggs. I'm using 7 eggs for this specific egg bake, but it really depends on how big of a pan you are going to be using. To the eggs, you want to add in a slightly heavy pour of heavy cream. I forgot to mention this, but I season my veggies with a little bit of salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder, so I'm not adding any seasonings into the eggs because all of my veggies are already seasoned. But add in your heavy cream, mix it together, and then slowly add in your veggies. Now for the MVP of this recipe, the cheese. I am using a mixture of mild cheddar and mozzarella. The recipe calls for 8 ounces of cheese. I only use about 5 to 6 ounces of cheese, and it is plenty cheesy. You want to mix that all together, pour it into a pan, and then bake it in the oven for about 35 minutes at 350 degrees. Here is my final product. She's beautiful, she's tasty, she's 10 out of 10. Also, just worth noting, I don't eat meat for breakfast or for lunch, but if you do usually have meat with your breakfast meal, you can easily add meat into any of these recipes as you see fit. Y'all, let me tell you about this next idea. I am so excited for this next idea. Homemade granola. I love granola. I've never made it from scratch though. And now that I have made it from scratch, I don't think I'd ever want to buy store-bought granola ever again. I didn't use one specific recipe. I just looked at a bunch of different recipes and created my own granola. I used 2 cups of oats, and then I added to it some salt, some cinnamon, I added some olive oil, I added some maple syrup, as well as some honey, mixed it all together, and then I added a little bit more cinnamon, placed it on top of a baking sheet, and then I placed it in the oven to bake. I will put the exact recipe that I made in the description, like how I created mine in the description, if you want the exact measurements. Guys, like I said, you gotta have fun. So I took some dark chocolate covered almonds, crushed them up, and then I sprinkled them on top of the granola, which came out unbelievable. Then I mixed it all together and I placed it in some mason jars to have for the week. If you're not into granola, I still recommend making this because the aroma this gives off will make your house smell so good. And then you can just give the granola away to somebody you love and make their day. So it is a win-win. Here is my final product. I'm like already looking forward to making more granola and testing out different recipes. Healthy pumpkin waffles, because fall forever and ever and always. I probably should have saved this one for last, saved the best for last, because it is definitely one of my favorites, if not my favorite meal idea of this entire video. Your girl loves a good old homemade waffle. The recipe that I used is from Ambitious Kitchen food blog. I'm going to link the actual recipe in the description below. So good, it tastes just like autumn. And if you guys have been following me for a long time, you would know that fall is my favorite season of all. Once I added in all of the ingredients that the recipe called for, I mixed them all together and I was left with this super thick, luscious batter that I then poured into my pre-greased waffle maker. If you could take the whole season of fall and bake it up into a sweet, delicious, healthy treat, boom, you get these pumpkin waffles. I can't even give these a 10 out of 10. I have to give them like 100 out of 10, 1,000 out of 10. If you're someone who likes to meal prep, make these in big batches because this is also a meal that you can freeze. Here comes the easiest and quickest recipe, if you want to even call it that, more of like an idea meal of this video. A good old-fashioned yogurt parfait, perfect for breakfast or perfect for a snack. I am just layering some vanilla yogurt with some fresh cut berries and some granola, the homemade granola that I made in a previous clip. Yum, just yum. This one speaks for itself. Yum. And last, but definitely not least, can you even have a breakfast meal ideas video without including avocado toast? No, you cannot, or at least no, I cannot. For the avocado toast, of course, I'm smushing up an avocado and I'm going to spread that on top of some toast. I'm using a sourdough toast, which is my personal favorite when it comes to making avocado toast. But here is the kicker. About 10 minutes before you're going to start making this, take some olive oil and infuse it with some chili flakes. Just thank me later, trust me, thank me later. And you're going to add that on last. So I'm doing my toast, my avocado. I added on a little bit of shredded mozzarella. Then I took some thinly sliced red onion, placed that on top, added some everything but the bagel seasoning from Trader Joe's. And then I added on the infused olive oil. I'm not kidding you when I say this takes it to a whole new ball game. And there she is, delicious, nutritious, and very Instagram worthy. This is probably the best avocado toast I've ever made in my entire life. So for that, I am very grateful for filming this video. And that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your favorite recipe is. I am still torn between the pumpkin waffles, the homemade granola, the avocado toast. I pretty much just love them all. Thank you all so much for your love and support on my channel. Thank you for your positivity. Thank you for just being incredible and helping me to live out my YouTube dream. I am forever grateful for each and every single one of you. I hope you're all having an amazing day, and I look forward to talking to you all soon. Bye guys.